everyone. This video is about how to bring out the questions in the kids with speech and language delay, specifically in terms of autism spectrum disorder. So the prerequisite for questions are like kid can communicate to and fro at least at the word level. Kid has a good sentence making capacity, like they can use the sentence of 4-5 words when at least when they need it for their needs, demand and negotiation and discussion part of it. And they can pretty much answer the WH questions when needed, and they can maintain a communication when it is initiated with the others for a while. Right. So why questioning is important is like it is very important to maintain and even to initiate the conversation. So what happens when even we meet our peers or any other person at the social gathering or any other places? First we greet and then we wait for the person either to ask question or we put forth a question like how are you, how have you been, how are kids. So like depending on the situational context, like whatever the situation and context with that person or the relation with that person you have, you put forth the question, and that's how the communication begins. And the second person, the person sitting across, is also following the same manner of communication, asking the question, providing the information, and letting you know the things they want to share, the thoughts, feeling or the event. So sharing and the questioning are the basic prerequisite to maintain the socialization in terms of verbal socialization, right? So kids who have intent to ask question but they don't know how to ask questions, so what we do, first you make a list of all the WH questions, right? Then start using them. Take 2 or 3 questions at a time, not one, because when you make one question the target, what happens usually in ASD population, what happens is the first learned questions or any first learned skill in the particular area of language or communication, they overuse and they generalize it everywhere. So use 2-3 questions simultaneously. So most basic question you can use and which is like very easy to develop are where question, because it is very needful for the kids in terms of object or person or any other things. It is very meaningful and functional for the kids, right? So where question, and then which one, and then what. So if I say it in Hindi, like kahan, kaun sa, or kya, these are the question which kids tend to pick up very early. Even if you see the developmental pattern of the kid, that's what happened there. So where is the first and foremost question to come in the typically developing population. So you can replicate the same for the kids with ASD or any of the delayed speech and language population. One. Second, when you take 3 questions, child has the ability to discriminately use all the question at different places later once they learn the skill. So if you have to do what question, what you can do is you can use the different corners of the house for the reference purpose, or if you have something like the toys or anything, you can make a house, you can make a park, like put a tree or some slide kind of toy or swing kind of toy, the pick and play one, or you can make a washroom that you also get in dollhouse kind of thing. And then what you can do is use the animals or these cartoon characters or any sort of that replication of human being, or if you have the family members and child is aware. Only the prerequisite about it is like child should be aware of the things, object or the situation you are using, then only child will be able to correlate it, or else learning a new object or the situation and simultaneously learning a new language skill will be overburden for the child. So use the make a different space for the child to understand, and better if you do it on tabletop or on a mat for previous few settings. That will be very helpful for the child to understand precisely that what we want to ask. Do a lot of pointing, use your verbal prompts. So there you can use the sandwich method, like you can ask the child to repeat the question, then you answer the question, and then child executes that particular command or the idea. So same goes for which one, like there you can use this color, shape, size, or different object of same category to use, like which one, like which color do you want, or which shape do you want, or which if you are using the object, like which ball do you want, with respect to color, shape, because size is not very prevalently used in the kids vocabulary, or any of the description about the object, like which car do you want, the car which has a star on it, or the car which has the 2 door, or the car which has 4 door, the car which has the thick wheel, the car which has the lights on the top. So these kind of objects can be used. And then what question, so what you don't ask for what is this, because child has least intent about knowing inquisitiveness. So you do it in terms of verbs or the object, as in like you can make the child ask, use the, again you can use the pretend toy, the animals, or the food items, or the household item. Like you can ask, make child ask elephant what does it want to do, then you can answer that elephant wants to brush its teeth, so you have a brush for the pretend play, or you can use it real for that matter also. And then child makes the elephant do the brushing, so that will gradually shape into the understanding of question, the purpose of question. So if you do it without a medium, that will be very purposeless for the child. One, ASD kids have this problem to understand the context. Second, they will not understand the purpose, why I am being made to do this particular act. So when you do it in a pretend play or the role play manner, it is more understandable for the child, that okay, this can be used at this. And then same you have to generalize with the real world, with the people around, or family members, or the peers, or the, like whatever way you can do it in the house. So this is the very practical and effective method to bring out the question. So initially you take 2-3 questions and then you work on it. And most important, that you have to make the child understand the difference between pucho and batao, like tell me or say and ask. Like child has to understand the command, that say means, or tell me means I have to answer, and ask means, or pucho means the child has to put up the question. Because there you will see a very common error, that whenever you want to repeat the child the question framing, they'll answer you, because all this while they have been doing this. So this is a very important phase to develop difference between pucho and batao, and co-parallelly in the English, like say or tell and ask. So this is a very common challenge you will be facing. You have to work initially at that what is the meaning of pucho, what is the meaning of batao, what is the meaning of tell or ask, and what is the meaning of tell and say, and what is the meaning of ask. So you have to model this with the other adult, and then you can go ahead with this particular method. Thank you.